What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video here. So we got some interesting news coming out on Israel-Iran, and according to Israeli military sources coming out of the Jerusalem Post, a major Israeli publication, the IDF has been placed on high alert as regional tensions have escalated. According to sources in the Israeli security system, they claim that they think that the Iranian military might strike inside Israel as soon as before Trump's inauguration, less than 2 weeks away, which would be wild. And again, guys, we've talked about this for a while. I've been saying that I think that we're going to see an eventual Iranian strike on Israel, or maybe even a preemptive strike by Israel on Iran sooner rather than later, because guys, if you're the Iranians here, with the Trump administration coming in, who's shown an openness to strike Iran or to at least support an Israeli strike on Iranian nuclear facilities, the Iranians are almost pushed into a corner here where they feel like they might have to strike at Israel, or that's it. They're almost put into a corner here. And according to the article, and I think this could definitely be true, they believe that it might happen before the inauguration, because if they strike Israel before the inauguration, a lame duck president like Biden could be hesitant to do American strikes inside of Iran. So, again, this is according to the Lieutenant General Herzi Halevi, I think you pronounce his name, has placed the Israeli military on high alert, and he thinks that Iran could take extreme measures against Israel in the coming days. And again, guys, this also comes at a time where, according to some reports, I haven't seen that much confirmation out there, but we're seeing some reports that actually inside of Iran, we're seeing military movements in Western Iran specifically. And this is what we saw before the first strike Iran did on Israel and the second strike Iran did on Israel. So again, this would be the third direct Iranian attack on Israel since the war began. So, and I think this one would probably be the strongest of all, because I think the first two times were merely meant to be symbolic in nature and a way to save face. This attack, I think you could potentially see, this would be a statement. This would be, don't screw with us if we were to see that. Because once Trump comes into office, guys, according to all indications, they are going to be very, very hawkish on the issue of Iran. Trump himself has given some mixed messages, but the people in his administration, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, these are all war hawks, neoconservatives who are going to be looking to strike Iran. There's no question. And according to Israeli military sources, they're thrilled that Trump is coming in because they think it gives them the opportunity to strike at Iran. And by the way, guys, if you're liking the content, make sure to like and subscribe. It's super good in the algorithm, and there's again, we got major news coming up the next 2 weeks, major guests, so stay tuned for that. And also, Amazon links are in the description of products I use. If you want to help the channel out, it helps the channel. So, and again, this would be the third attack on Israel since the war began. And the speculation is going to be that when this Iranian attack happens, it could be another major missile attack, which is what it would be. How advanced it would be is going to depend. And we're probably going to see some sort of American defense or coordination because, again, the fact that the military has been placed on high alert, guys, it seems as though this could be relatively imminent. I would say within the next 2 weeks, it's possible that it could happen right near the inauguration. Iran could plot very close to the inauguration in order to create a sense of chaos, which I would not be surprised to see. Now, again, while there's speculation that it would be on major centers in Israel, according to the article, it could be an attempt to target Israeli natural gas and drilling stations or a potential cyber attack, aiming at the grid system, which would, of course, be catastrophic and leave them weakened. The thing is, guys, the attack from Iran would have to be stronger in nature than perhaps it would have been because it can't be coordinated with other entities in the region like Hezbollah because Hezbollah has been significantly weakened. They still have weaponry, though, so it's possible a potential ceasefire between Hezbollah and Israel could be destroyed in this sort of scenario because Hezbollah could attack Israel at the same time Iran does, and I'm sure it could potentially be coordinated with the Houthis as well in Yemen. So again, it's a pretty remarkable article here, and this is Jerusalem Post, guys. This is a major, major Israeli publication. And again, the third one for a while, there's been we talked about it, guys, on the channel. I think it's for a while, it seemed as though Iran was going to attack Israel even before the U.S. election. It seemed after Trump had won, the Iranians, took a few steps back to see what's coming out. But since the election of Trump, guys, it seemed as though the Trump administration is going in the hawkish direction that Israel want. And that's why the Iranians could be forced into a corner here to make a decision to attack Israel. And this is why I think it could be significant, guys, because this would not be some sort of symbolic attack. what would that do? If you do a quote unquote symbolic attack on Israel, regardless, the Israelis are going to respond with full force, attacking the Iranian nuclear facilities. This is going to come down to a head at some point. There's no question about it, and which is why this is probably the major, as along with Russia, Ukraine, the major foreign policy issue we're going to be discussing and following in the year of 2025. Now, again, the reason why the military is also on high alert and why there's speculation this could be going on is because at this time, there are currently major military exercises from Iranian air, naval, and ground forces as well. And we've seen an increase in rhetoric from a lot of Iranian generals, which we've seen in the past before a lot of these attacks. So, again, and according to the article, there's a concern they could use this as a cover for launching an attack similar to what Egypt and Syria did, and starting with a maneuver and turning into a war. Now, could Iran do the first shot? It depends. And you have to understand, guys, too, it's not impossible that Israel sees this and is like, oh, okay, Iran's going to attack us. We're going to do a preemptive attack. I would not rule that out at all. At all. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, but it seems as though, and we've talked about it, how I think it's imminent, and it's a matter of time. It seems as though for the first time, this could be potentially imminent and before the US inauguration of Trump. And even according to the article, guys, it says that the timing potential Iranian attack could be linked to a change in the administration. And just to be clear, guys, you have to understand, this is mostly from Israeli sources. Take that into account. It's super important to understand where a lot of this information is coming from. Obviously, they're going to want to frame the article in a pro-Israeli sense. Notably, they want to send something in motion, assuming President Biden would hesitate to respond strongly. I think that would be true. I think it would be risky, which, by the way, guys, that's 2 weeks from now. That's like when he would leave office, and this would be after a potential Iranian attack. So you would have to think it could be very soon by the time we see it could be very soon we're talking about another video, guys, where we're talking about an Iranian attack, which would be gigantic. So again, it is unbelievable what we're seeing here, and you just gotta hope for the best, because a major war between Israel and, let's be honest, the way Trump's talking about this and his people, the United States, Israel, Iran, it would not be good for anyone involved. Let's just be totally honest here. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Hopefully we avoid war, but it seems as though we're marching full steam ahead towards some sort of altercation between Israel and Iran. Unbelievable times, guys. I'll let you know what happens. Any sort of developments on this, I'll keep you guys updated in the loop. So that's what I got for you guys today. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. It's super good for the algorithm. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you soon.